I'm Hosnia from Jericho, in Palestine.
My name is Cecile and I am from Jordan.
Hello, my name is Anna. I'm from Poland.
Hello, my name is Maria. I'm from Sweden.
Hello, I am Amparo McEwen. I am Colombian originally.
My name is Andrea and I come from Cyprus.
Paula Pimentel, and I am from Portugal.
Yes, I'm from France, and my name is Hani.
Yes, my name is Hala from Iraq, from Ter Player Iraqi.
My name is Abir and I'm from Jordan.
My name is Sherelle. I'm from Jordan as well.
I'm Lara Luli from Syria.
My name's Detta and I'm from Reading in the UK.
I was having dinner with some friends in Slough. I don't know, I just suddenly had this idea. We were talking about holidays, and I was saying, oh yeah, they said, why don't you go to Jordan? And the other one was saying, why don't you go to Lebanon? And I was saying, no, because, I really want to cycle, and I won't be able to cycle there. And they said, well, if you do, everybody would look at you. And I was thinking, that's it. We'll cycle. Everyone will look at us. We'll get Arab women to cycle. We'll get European women to cycle. We'll get women from all nationalities to cycle. And I had this sort of vision of women with the veils on, with the cycle helmet on the top, and newspapers. And as we're cycling along, we can talk to each other, and we can discuss our lives. And I've visited the Middle East many times. And I just wanted people to know that it was a beautiful place to go to, with really hospitable people. That it wasn't like the access of evil as is sometimes described. It's well worth going to, that you can feel safe, you can feel secure, and it would give all these women an opportunity to meet each other and swap day-to-day stories, and give a positive image of the Middle East rather than the negative images, and the fear that is sort of created when anybody mentions the Middle East. And I was hosted in Ramallah, and I met a woman who was in charge of women's issues for the Ministry of Youth and Sport. And she was telling me all sorts of things, and she was saying, you ought to bring people here, let them see it for themselves, bring people here. And so I thought, yeah, I will. It's about giving a platform for women to speak to each other, but also to attract the media for them to hear the story as well. And the other thing is to break down the myths that the Middle East isn't a very safe country to go to, that it's full of terrorists and bad people, because it certainly hadn't been my experience, and it certainly isn't my experience anymore. And then I thought I would really, we may as well try and raise a little bit of money, and I passionately believe that they need a counselling centre in Ramallah, because of all the stories I've heard and visiting there myself. And I thought, well, if we can earn a bit of money while we're doing it, we may as well do that as well.
It's the first time for me to have a bike and ride it on the highway, and the sea and the people and the high building. It's wonderful. I feel myself like maybe I'm flying or something. So it was great, really. I'm a member in Palestinian Youth Union. There's a special department for women. I think everywhere or every place we can talk about our issue and free, or any place, anybody, we can talk with him about all of our difficulties and our situation in Palestine. So for the women, it's for a woman. By this, we will prove for all the world that the Palestinian woman, she's like any woman in the world. She can share, she can go outside, she have her positive in the society.
Some men were saying, well, you won't be able to cycle in Syria because the men will just throw stones at you and you'll have to be completely covered, and that won't be possible in Syria. And I thought, well, anything's possible really. And so that was the start of it. It was really amazing how it changed, because what happened was I had a phone call from Mrs. al-Assad, the First Lady of Syria, from her private secretary, saying, Assad, thanks you very much for your letter. And I was like, I can't believe this. And she's really interested in your project. And it was like, but I came off the phone, I was crying.
How was it?
It was fantastic.
Really?
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Really
we were
good.
Racing each other down the hill to see who was first.
Oh, and I saw your mum first, which means that she got here first.
She lent her personal support. We already had the support of Princess Basma in Jordan. And then because of this, I'd already, just at the very same time, in the very same week, I'd met somebody, Ziad in Lebanon, who said, don't worry, Detta, I'll sort out Lebanon. And they found groups. And the Palestinians I knew, through the Palestinian Youth Union, I had a lot of friends, and they actually recruited the group in Palestine. And they wanted it really so as it was across Palestine and to be very democratic and fair. And that's how it came. We had main contacts in the countries that I found in various ways, and they just recruited other people. From there on in, it was easy, actually. From there on in, they took over the practical arrangements, and I knew that we didn't have to charge everybody for going. I had no idea where we were going to sleep or anything. I mean, I had no idea. I just trusted that it would work out. I had this great faith all the way through it. I didn't know how, no idea how, but I just knew. I just had so believed in this idea, and so believed that women can have an effect on peace in the region. I so believed it, and still do, even more now. I so believed it that it just had to work out.
My name is Jawad Sbaiti. We're supporting the Follow the Woman by renting them the bikes to facilitate them to come and bike, because by getting their bikes from Europe, the transportation to Beirut, Amman and Syria have been very expensive on them. So we provided them the bikes in a very minimal cost, and they were brand new bikes. 3/4 of the amount of the ladies that are biking through this journey. Detta and Colleen came by and passing by. It was a peak time at 11:30, and it was a chaos in my place. And they came and told me, oh, we were follow the women, and we want to do this and that, and we want to go through Lebanon, Syria, and Jordan. I looked at them, okay. I gave them my card. I tell them pass by at night. My friends asked me, what do they need? I tell them, some ladies just think of doing something, I don't know what. The thing is, they came back. I said, oops, it seems serious. So I told them, why should you buy bikes? I rent you bikes. It's less expensive for you. So they liked the idea. They told me that they have a problem. You know, if you want to rent bikes, the maintenance of the bikes. I told them, because I thought in myself they're not going to do it, you'll take brand new bikes. So they said, okay. So I was committed to the brand new bikes. So 1 month again came, and an email came. They ordered 20 bikes. It seemed 20 bikes, okay, 20 bikes. And then it jumped to 40 bikes. And then it jumped directly from 40 to 60 to 90 bikes. So it's serious. Until the day of the event, seriously, I said all the people, I didn't believe they could do it.
These women, I mean, there were so many women, and everybody looked so colourful as well. It was a beautiful sunny day. And I looked around and I thought, this is all coming true. I mean, this is no longer a dream, this is true. And I looked and everybody seemed really sort of happy, you know, everybody was really pleased to be there, and you saw them on the bikes, and as we were starting, our team was sort of starting next to the Iraqi women. They were just in front of us. And I looked and I thought, I can't believe it. I'm standing here, I've got Iraqi women in front of me, you know, Spanish women behind me. There's a band playing. There's all the Prime Minister's sister, and I thought, this is just absolutely incredible. And at that moment, I thought, we can do anything. If we can do this, we can do anything. And it gave me a great sort of, I felt a great power at that stage, actually. Well, the first couple of days I found to be in some ways quite fraught, because I felt that the women, although it was wonderful to see them cycling, this thing that I'd imagined that they were talking to each other wasn't really happening too much then, because people were in their own little groups. So the Iraqis were with the Iraqis, and the Spanish were with the Spanish, and the UK were with the group with the UK. Not those many people were actually sort of interacting with each other. And I was thinking, oh, grief, you know, how are we going to change that? But on about the third day, I think it was, I started to see a shift. And as we were cycling along, especially as we cycled into Damascus. I felt that people started talking to each other, you know, and you'd be cycling along and you'd sort of chat to somebody. And then from there on in, I relaxed. I mean, whether I was here or not, it doesn't matter, actually, because it's all going to work now, it's all going to happen. And it doesn't really need anybody. It needs practical organisation, but for the women to talk to each other, for the aims of Follow the Women to be fulfilled, it's going to happen now. I knew it was, from about the third day. My high point was riding into Damascus, into the old city of Damascus, and through the souk. I couldn't believe that. I said, they're going through the souk, they're going through the souk. I couldn't believe it when the police turned inside. I thought, we can't be going through there. And then cycling into Busra and the welcome of the people as we cycled along. And these men who were supposed to be throwing stones at us were giving us flowers and throwing petals. And the women were like holding their babies for us to kiss. The thing that impressed me most was really meeting the people waving to us and saying thank you. And I think what we didn't realise was we were doing something really special. I mean, for a lot of the people in the countries, they felt that it was a very special thing that we were doing, that we had bothered to show solidarity, to be there, to cycle, to, you know, cycle up those hills when they were tough. And, you know, we'd been there and we'd all made the effort to be there. They were very touched by that. And I kept on saying thank you, and they said, no, you know, we're thanking you. And I was thinking, why are you thanking us? You know, we just had this wonderful time. But they were really, really pleased that we'd made the effort to go there, and we did want peace, and we did care about the region, and we did show solidarity, and that was really important for them.
I'm really proud of all the participants, especially the foreigners, that they came from Europe, they came from, you know, the States, from all over those places, and it's really hard to come because, you know, like everybody has his own job or work, and so to be free for like 10 days, to show the world that you have something to do, that's great, and I'm really proud of you all, and I appreciate it so much that you feel with us. That's really, really, really great to us.
My one disappointment of the whole thing was that we didn't get any real publicity in the UK. And the stupid thing is that the whole inspiration for Follow the Women came from the UK. That a lot of the push came from the UK. You know, the ideas, a lot of the hard work. Some of those women had hardly ever been on a bike. And I felt it was incredible, those women who hadn't been on a bike. I mean, especially the Jordanian who cycled with 2 broken wrists. 35 miles with 2 broken wrists because she didn't want to get off a bike. And she was disappointed that night, not because she had 2 broken wrists and couldn't eat, but because she couldn't get on a bike the next day, and she'd been really looking forward to this cycle ride. I thought that was incredible.
Okay, my name is Ilham from Jordan. I'm living in a small village. It's called East Bayouda village in Salt City. It's far from Amman, my village, 30 kilometers. I am a volunteer in many programs, and I'm a participant in a youth program, Euromed youth program. I participated in training courses. We liked the idea, and we started training, cycling, and here we are.
I think so many friendships developed, yeah. So many friendships was between so many people. That wouldn't have happened. How would you have had Iraqi women meeting Norwegian women, you know, or Palestinian meeting Iraqi women, or Palestinian meeting Syrian women, in actual fact, because